So I'm going to tell you about one of the worst experiences ever I had doing chores. Of course, I'm by myself. This just happened a couple days ago, so I'm going to share this with you. I'm by myself. If you've been following, you know that I have a rescue German Shepherd named Hunter, who I've been working really hard with outside to get used to the animals and everything. And I take him down with me. I'm all by myself. My husband and my daughter went off to get feed and stuff. And take him down. I'm trying to keep a really good eye on him while I'm taking care of all the animals. I've got the cows out, and right now we're feeding the cows where we just walk them out because the horses will steal their food. So we walk them out, we let them eat, and then when we're done, we grab them and put them back in the pen. It's been working just fine. So cows are out and eating, and I turn around and realize that Hunter, the German Shepherd dog that we've got, I haven't seen him in about 30 seconds. So I start getting a little nervous, figure he's out by the goat pen. So I start calling him. I go out to the end of the barn, and I look out, and he is running toward the barn with one of the neighbor's big white ducks in his mouth. Ha! So I start screaming and yelling. I'm trying really hard not to get him to like chasing birds, and he has never shown any interest up to this point. But no, he's running toward me with a big white duck in his mouth. And I, of course, start screaming and yelling, and he drops it immediately, which is great because that means his training's going really well. So he drops this duck, and it's laying next to him. He drops down to the ground because I said down, and I run over and I grab him, and I'm yelling no and all that good stuff, and the duck's just laying there. And as soon as I grabbed him, the duck got up and ran away. No blood on it, nothing. Thank God. Oh, yes. So he didn't kill it. Then I drag him back to the barn, and I hook him up on the leash that I put him on in the barn, and I go to take care of the cows, and they have finished their food by this time and have decided that it is really fun to run around and buck and kick. And it's dark at this point, and they're running around having a good old time, and they decide to go to the other end of the barn because my daughter recently showed them how great the grass is over there. So they go to the other end of the barn, and they're eating the grass there. And when I get over to them, I realize that one of the little goats is out. This is one of my friend's goats. They're over here just because they're breeding with my buck. So she's out. So I'm like, okay, this is weird. So I drag her over to the pen. Cows currently have decided to leave that grass, and they are running around the neighbor's pond. But I'm putting the goat away first. So I drag her over to the pen. I open the pen. I shove her in. I close the pen. I walk about 5 steps. I turn around, and she is behind me. She has learned how to just hop right through the top rung of the gate, which is about 3.5, 4 feet up. So, at this point, I'm freaking out because the dog just had a duck in its mouth, the cows are running around the neighbor's pond, and the goats just hop in the fence for the fun of it. So I scoop her up, and I put her in the pen with all the rest of the goats so that she can't get out of that one. And then I go after the cows. So I'm going out after the cows, and they decide to go all the way down the road about a quarter mile to the crossroad, and then they turn around, come running and bucking back. I finally catch one of them, but the other one decides to go across the street into the neighbor's field and up into behind his barn and into all of his tractor and all that stuff that he has back there, and he's just wandering around back there. And I finally, after chasing him, catch him. It is pitch black now, so I'm dragging the cows, one on each side, home. I've got a bad back. I'm already sore. I'm dragging these cows home. I put them both in the pasture, mud up to my ankles because it is thawing and it is so muddy out there right now. Drag them both in. And go to spread the hay in the back of the pasture, spreading hay out, and I look in the pile of hay from the night before or whatever, and there's this white thing, and I'm like, what the heck is this? So I pick it up because I'm thinking it's a dog toy or a rag or something, and I pick it up, and it is the head of one of the ducks from the neighbors. I was so grossed out. Yeah, so I'm holding this duck head by the beak, which is the duck and neck. Yeah, so gross. So grossed out. And so totally freaking because the neighbors leave their ducks out, and coyotes pick them off all the time. So they've only got 5 left. They started with 12. So I decided to give the duck head back to the neighbors because I figured they might want it since it was their duck. Blah. So that was my night. Super fun. Yes. It's great to be a farmer. Thanks for watching.